Carol.
Hello, sir.
Have some grace about yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I got carried away.
What are you doing up there anyway?
Well, honestly, sir, I was thinking about this story.
Story?
Well, I just can't seem to stop thinking about the series of strange events that began back in November of 1930, sir.
There was a time not too long ago when you and I traveled together on a train. Do you recall this? I said something to you on that journey. I wonder if you can remember what that was.
Let's see. Wow! A rainbow!
Carol. From the time we are but children, we see rainbows as beautiful things. Without a doubt in our heads, upon sight, they are harmonious to our spirit. I've always wondered why that was. Of course, people who do not understand science or the refraction of light might see this anomaly in the sky as a harbinger of a natural disaster, thinking that something unwelcome might be coming down from that rainbow. Perhaps vegetation might be ablaze at the foot of the rainbow, bringing destruction. At any rate, we still see these 7 colored pieces of information with a sense of fairy tale magic to them. Haven't you ever thought about that, Carol?
Well, no. And even if I did think about it, I couldn't tell. And besides, it's not even part of our job to think about things. We report to others the outcome of things that happen.
319 points.
Out of how many?
It's true that our job is to convey truth to others, but we can never stop thinking. Especially not in those moments when we are obtaining information. Thinking clearly is paramount at those times. In fact, Carol, to stop at simply determining whether information is true or false is reckless and abdicates the responsibility of those who deliver information to others.
Okay, but what is there to think about? You can think about something all day, but it doesn't change whether it's true or not.
No, it does change. Now, do you recall, Carol?
Yes, Mr. Vice President.
What we report is neither unaffected information nor perceived information. It's the precursor to a conclusion. Tell me, you could have chosen any date on the timeline, but you selected 1930 as the point these stories began. Why? How can one not have the answers to these questions and call themselves the assistant to Gustave Saint-Germain, the vice president of the Daily Days? Perhaps you'd like some help. The year is 1711. Perhaps it's best to start this tale inside the Advena Avis as it crosses a particularly desolate stretch of the Atlantic. Of course, the best opening might be the nasty business that happened aboard the Transcontinental, Flying Pussyfoot. An account that concluded so atrociously, its happening was swiftly covered up. Now, Carol, with the knowledge of those stories, as well as the dozens you must have absorbed from all these books strewn about, you have chosen November of 1930 as the beginning. Why is that?
Well, Mr. Vice President, I was thinking about how to make the story easy to understand, and I thought, well, the easiest way to see this is through our eyes, so I picked the time when the whole mess was first brought to our attention. Smart, huh?
156 points.
Ugh, out of how many?
While that's the easiest way to see this mosaic, you should think about more than time. The characters are crucial elements as well. Do not neglect to consider them. Let's say...
Ow!
Ah, Isaac!
What if we were to look at the eccentric pair of robbers and see the two of them as our central players? Or perhaps... the young man who suffers with a cursed destiny. Or perhaps... the Gandor family's brilliant young capo. Or perhaps...
What about this guy?
Sir, do you have any charity to offer? The Lord is watching your actions. The Lord will judge your actions. In time, he...
Hey, old timer.
He's main character-ish.
Ish?
Yeah,
Very good, Carol. I see what you mean by main character-ish. Yes, you may indeed be right about that one.
I thought so.
Still, Carol, depending upon which of these interesting characters you focus, the same incident will behave like the surface of the ocean. Changeless yet ever-changing. In other words, there may be but one event, but as many stories as there are people to tell them.
Wait, so you're saying the whole thing starts when the Mafia and the Kimura go after each other?
Consider this.
Baccano is now pushing daisies. We heard he could hold his own, but he certainly showed us otherwise. The Gandos are just small time, boss. It won't take much trouble to wipe them out. We've made arrangements to purchase a new kind of bomb from a very exclusive source. And after that, we can take on the Martillos.
Never mind that now. There's another task that needs your attention.
Yeah?
Or perhaps...
Dallas, where are you?
Or perhaps, Carol, it wouldn't be too surprising for you and I to be the people, or the characters who begin this tale.
Really?